Hello, everyone. Jenny Boymal here from the Proven Group, and I'm really excited to be here today with Brendan James, the COO from Boutique Fitness Studios. Brendan, welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me, Jenny. It's great to be here.
So today we're talking about leadership in franchising, and you and I have had a bit of a chat, so have a few little insights. Do you want to tell me a little bit? Your brand is a newish brand into the Australian franchising market. Do you want to talk a little bit about the brand and who you are, and then we'll move into the next piece?
Sure. So we're Boutique Fitness Studios, and we've actually got the master franchise rights for four of Exponential's biggest brands from the US. So that's Cycle Bar, Stretch Lab, Rumble Boxing, and Club Pilates. And we hold that master rights, and we've since gone through. We've got 86 sold territories around Australia, 29 open locations. We've got many more on the way. So it's moving in the right direction.
Awesome. Growth is very much exciting.
Yeah.
We were just sharing about franchising done well is a wonderful business model. So exciting times ahead. Brendan, can you share a little bit with me? We're living in a very changing world, ever changing. What do you see as the most important leadership skills in franchising moving into the future?
Yeah, look, I think there's quite a few you could go on for a long time, really. But just to name a couple, I think relationship building is key. Like it's a really big it's a big industry, and knowing people and being able to build those relationships can really help both franchisee and franchisor alike to move forward. From my perspective, critical thinking, decision making, really to key products. I don't really know how to count how many times a day there is an issue or a problem or something that needs to be creatively thought about, or a decision needs to be made. And being adaptable. The world is changing, especially the franchise industry. Legalities are changing every 2 minutes, it seems, and you sometimes have to pivot. You have to change your structure and adapt to the changing conditions.
So true. And it's really interesting because that adaptability, goes across all areas of the business nowadays, doesn't it? It's kind
Yeah.
of a new thing that wasn't such a big issue 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. And COVID also made everybody think a little bit more about that stuff too.
yeah. And it's that creative thinking. I really love that. Can I ask you who's inspired you in your career?
Um, so my career started, obviously it was quite different. I was in the finance industry in options trading, but realistically, a long time ago, both my parents were in franchising. They were from franchisee to franchisor. So I grew up in this industry, even though I didn't go down that path initially. And that was a big motivation. I saw the hard work that went into it, and I saw the good and the bad, because obviously there's both sides of that story. I realize now, being in it a lot thicker, it's a lot harder than I appreciated as a kid. But definitely, my parents helped to inspire moving towards this goal.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I always love it when parents are the inspiration. As a parent myself, I hope I provide that for my children.
Same.
Can I ask you, okay, so let's move from franchisor to franchisee.
Yep.
What are you seeing as the most critical skills that franchisees need today to be successful? Because, I mean, as a franchisor, obviously your goal is to set up successful, profitable, happy, excited franchisees who are shouting your name from the rooftops. What are the skills that you see them needing to be successful?
This one I don't think it's changed. This one I think is the same as it's always been, and it is the success of franchising. First and foremost, a franchisee is a business owner. It is their business. It is their business to run. It is their business to make successful, or it's their business to fail should that happen. So having that business owner mentality is really key. It's having somebody come in and really accept that it is their responsibility, and to push forward and to drive. The reason they go with a franchise rather than doing things their own is because there's a proven record, and there is a playbook, a game plan. So that'd be the next thing, is the ability to follow a system. and making sure that if you're buying into a franchise group, that you're there to follow their system and follow it to a T, because that is something that we know works. It's been proven to work, and often the ones that don't work, it's not because the model is broken. It's because people choose not to necessarily follow the game plan, or they think that they know better before even trying. And then finally, I think this is just something for me that works for everybody in everyday life, is a solid work ethic. It's hard
Oh, yes.
running a business, no matter franchise or not. Running a business is hard work, and having that ethic of I'm going to put the effort in, and play with that hard work all the time is something that I live by. I do all the time, and I expect, and the most successful franchisees that I know, they work. They're hard workers for sure.
I, so important, so important. There's all there's the comments and things, about the people who were, became successes overnight. You just didn't see all the hard work that went in the background.
Yeah, an
Um,
overnight success, 10 years in the making, exactly.
yes, totally. Thank you so much for joining me. Really, really interesting insights. Really appreciate it, and really looking forward to watching your journey unfold.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, Jenny. Appreciate it.